Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a review of ClickMagick, and this is the homepage as it looks today. They're always changing this stuff, so it could look a little different when you see this. Um, and this right here is a 1-hour guide to click tracking, which kind of walks you through pixel installation and everything you could need to know on that end. Um, I also want to take you to my account, and tell you exactly what ClickMagick is if you don't know already. This account that I'm using it with is with a Shopify store that I have. That's really my main business online. I have a couple other little things that I do, but I was able to pull in about $2,000 from this last month. And I'm just starting to get into running solo ads to build my email list in this store. So I started using ClickMagick, and what ClickMagick essentially is a link tracking solution. I think there's a few different levels of awareness when it comes to making money online. I think for me, when I first realized that the cheaper products I was buying wasn't getting me what I wanted, and I started buying bigger products, more expensive products, I started doing better. And then I realized that free techniques in SEO wasn't working quick enough, and I started buying ads, and my business did a little better. And I think it comes a point where you start to realize that you have ads. Facebook was my main thing, it still is. It's my bread and butter right now. I have a review video on a software that taught me Facebook ads, and it is still to this day is the best thing I have going. But I'm starting to branch out, like I said, into solo ads. I'm starting to branch out into AdWords. And I've spent some money on AdWords when I'm starting to do it on a consistent basis. And when you start to spend money in different platforms, whether it be Pinterest or Twitter or whatever have you, and I even want to get into media buying within a couple months here, you have to know what is making you the money. Where is all your sales coming from? And what ClickMagick does is it essentially gives a link so that you can track people through the source of traffic that they came in from. It's not a real glitz and glamour type product. If you notice this, I just ran a solo ad. A solo ad, and right now I'm getting 32.9% on my opt-in rates. What you basically do is you make your own link. If you click this links button, you can just create new link here, and you can dissect the links. Like you can add, for instance, like the end of this says boom IM. You could put Facebook ads on the end. You could put boom IM slash Facebook ads, boom IM slash AdWords, boom IM slash Twitter, boom IM slash Yahoo ads, or whatever have you, media buys, and it'll start making links and tracking your traffic all the way down through your funnel. Sometimes you don't have control of all the pages. What you basically do is just like with the Facebook pixel, there's a pixel here for ClickMagick, and it's a 1-pixel picture basically that loads when someone gets to a particular page, and you define what the pages are, and you come back and you report to ClickMagick for them to be able to let you know where your traffic is coming from. Now that sounds super hard or super technical to do, and I did have to play with this for like a day, trying to figure out how to track conversions. They have a few different pixels. One's an engagement pixel, which I use a lot. One's an action pixel, and another is a sales pixel. So if you notice on my homepage, I still have to set the sales pixel up for my Shopify store. Of course, the ads I'm running now is really just to build an email list. I have to figure out how to track the sales, but there's guides to how to do it. Here's one right here, the 1-hour guide to click tracking. And within an hour, if you have control of your pages, you can set it up pretty quick. I want to tell you this horror story, which made me make this review. I hate paying more than I need to for anything. I can't stand monthly payments. I generally hate that stuff. So I was really reluctant to get ClickMagick. And what ended up making me do it is I went to an internet conference, an internet marketing conference, flew to Europe to go there, had a great time, learned a lot. And one of the guys who was there, he was speaking, he had made about $2 million over the past year doing some solo ads, which made me get into solo ads. And he was saying that when he started tracking, that's when his business started to explode, because he could see where the money was coming from and where he should put more money to make bigger profits. So I started using ClickMagick, and I kid you not, the first ad I ran, I realized I just had set up an affiliate link and ran an ad. It was something I hadn't even really marketed before, but I was just trying to test the software. And it's crazy because the very first ad I ran, I sent 300 clicks, and I noticed through ClickMagick that I was getting the clicks, that the traffic was going through there as I thought it was, but it wasn't showing up in the back office of the other product that I was using. And I was just devastated because I spent money on all these clicks and all this traffic. And come to find out, the 20 extra bucks I spent on ClickMagick let me know that I was using the wrong affiliate link. Like, they had links in their back office, and I looked at their links, and I'm like, why is this not getting reported? I talked to their help desk, and they said, well, where'd you get the link from? Well, of course, I got the link from them, but I apparently had gotten the wrong link. And it was very sobering, because if I usually make an affiliate relationship with a product, I start really, really digging in, building up funnels and putting links on places, and it's a whole game plan. It's a lot of work, and I could have put those links everywhere, and none of them been right. And here I was sitting up thinking that it was working, and it was not. And I remember for about 3 days, I was just walking around just shocked about how much time and investment a $20 initial investment saved me. And story ends, of course, happy to where, like, I got the right links, I saw the traffic pass through, but I wouldn't even have questioned it had I not got ClickMagick. I would have just assumed people are clicking. And there's a couple ways I check this stuff. I check it through my autoresponders. I check it through ClickFunnels. I have reviews on the stuff I use. But it's a good, there's enough means to be able to check to see if this is actually working to where you don't have to go buy something else. I'll conclude by telling you this. When I was at that conference, the guy there was talking about how he had problems with the pixels loading from ClickMagick. And he recommended another product, which was, I think it might be Improve Lee or something. I have to check my notes, but I'll put a link to it when I find my notes. He said he had problems getting his pixel to fire with ClickMagick. I will say that with as many ads as I've run, I have never had an issue with the pixels firing. The pixels for me in ClickMagick have worked. This product was 20 bucks. What he recommended was 80. So I do want you to know that in case you are having issues and watching this review because you're having issues with ClickMagick. I'll put a link to what he recommended as soon as I check my notes. But the bottom line is, for me, this has always worked just fine. And I haven't needed or seen a need to go to the higher priced product. Because, everything has this is like the Toyota Corolla of link tracking. And what he was using is like the Lexus. So it just kind of depends on where you are in your business and what you're willing to kick out. But for me, this has worked perfectly. It has opened my eyes into my business. I've been able to invest appropriately and put money where it's making the most money. And I tell you, there's been a few months I've really thought about canceling this, if I'm being honest with you. But what I've seen over the course of almost 7-8 months is that depending on the country, depending on the time of the year, these ads and these links are always changing. So you got to constantly stay on the numbers. So every time I think about getting rid of it, something happens to where I'm like, man, I'm glad I had that, so that I know. And this is just the next step. So Depends on where you are in your business, but if you got some ads on some different platforms, then this is your next step. Okay, just want to expose you all to that if you didn't know about it already, and I'll just see you in the next review. Take care.